And President Museveni in particular has been going around saying, you vote anyone, even if he sleeps, as long as he wakes up and he votes NRM. So there has been a campaign by Museveni in particular to devalue parliament by telling voters just elect anyone, as long as they can, whether they understand or not, as long as they vote NRM. There are people who buy their way into parliament. I think more than half of MPs win elections because they have given voters money, they have handed out, they have used the handouts. You are not judging the leadership, and I don't want to say that I'm judging only the speaker and deputy speaker. I'm also judging committees. People who are chairing committees of parliament are at a level of councillors. They don't do research, they have no knowledge, even the deployment. Because NRM thinks to be a chair of a committee is a reward to royalty. So they choose someone who can't chair a committee, and you go to attend a committee meeting, you find there a fellow who doesn't even know what he's doing. So the leadership has declined at all levels, whether it is committees, whether it is the speakership. So that's what I'm talking about. These ones, because the Speaker of Parliament can belong to a party. Wapakaulu was NRM, I think. But he attempted to be a neutral arbiter. I think these are vigilantes. Anita and Tayebwa are vigilantes. They think they are in Parliament to facilitate NRM, not to facilitate the country. Even a decision, because you see, people who read the answer will be embarrassed by the decisions we have made. I will tell you, we passed a budget in which we had removed the money from what we consider to be a luxury, to hospital, to seed schools, to ambulance. And Museveni said, you are tampering with my priorities, you must restore them. Anita came and said, we must restore the priorities of the president. What were the priorities? Giving money to Magora, 500 billion, giving money to Peneti. So I am not going to accuse them of partiality or impartiality. These are NRM vigilantes who think their duty is to ensure that NRM wins. Every president under the constitution prepares a budget and presents to Parliament for approval. So Parliament should have the final say on behalf of the public. It's not that the president will have the final say. Parliament must have the final say when we are dealing with appropriation bill. Some of them I don't want to lie, that the leadership of Parliament is going to improve. That I am not sure. But still I want to encourage the MPs to read the documents, because government, to their credit, supply Parliament with numerous tens and hundreds of documents about the economy, because look at the budget. An MP needs to understand that every decision he makes about budget has the effect of making the country. I'll give you an example. Every year in Uganda, 5 businesses that start every year in Uganda, 4 of them collapse. One of these ones because it's high taxation, high cost of capital. So when you are Parliament and you're authorizing government to borrow from the same market, means you are suffocating the enterprises that are going to the same banks to borrow money. But many MPs don't understand that. I don't know, even have institute, Kadaga decided what you call the Rebecca Kadaga Institute. I didn't like the name, but I liked the idea. I don't know if the MPs have the urge and drive to read these documents, but also to read beyond Parliament, say that they go to make a decision, because many MPs don't understand that decisions they make have implications. Maybe we need a whole week for orientation, get professors from universities to come and help them to understand, get technocrats. There are people in the government, civil servants who are hugely experienced, make MPs aware that decision. I was in Liberia. I went to visit Parliament. I met Honorable Dangos and he has staff. He told me every decision that as an MP makes would affect the country. So in Liberia, for every sitting of Parliament, you come with a document prepared by researchers showing implications of the decision that you are about to make. So you'd go and make a decision knowing that these are its implications. But yes, like a talk show, people just walk in. Even documents issued yesterday, people leave them at home. And they just walk in with bare hand. that they have come to legislate for Uganda. In Zambia, the quality is far much better than ours. So we need to read, they need to be helped to read. I had proposed, I know it cannot work, that we should even be paid according to output. If you are an MP and you are doing nothing, why should they pay you all the money that they pay? But MPs, you are just laughing at me. The people who work hard, about 50 of them, they should be paid better than MPs who are doing nothing. Let Jacob Olanya, who was a speaker, addressed himself to the issue of the quality of the bed. And he had set a standard that those who want to speak in parliament will have to do research. They will have to be factual. Unfortunately, Olanya died, succeeded by the Honorable Anita, who I don't think set the same standards. But also the quality of MPs. I have covered parliament as a journalist. I've been in parliament as an MP. The quality of MPs has gone down. If you compare the 6th and 7th parliament, where you had from Morango people like Ben Wacha, Dr. Okoro Park, Omar Atubo, in Acholi, where you had Mao Okero, Absalom Mongom in Western Nile. So almost every area has lost quality leaders. In Ankole, you can't compare the Matembes and the Yanyimas and the Zindana and the Mshegas with the crop that is in Ankole today. So the quality of MPs has gone down, which means the quality of debate has gone down, but also the quality of leadership of parliament. You can't compare my friend Anita Mongo to James Wapakaburo. So, in terms of experience, in terms of knowledge, so almost quite in every sphere of parliament is gone down. I am happy with two things about this parliament. Both Anita Mongo and Tayebwa have been keeping time. Under Kadaga, parliament is adjourned to 2:30. You are beginning at 5. So I am very happy, pleased by both for keeping time. And I have said it, put it on record, that I am very happy. They have weaknesses in other areas, but they have kept time. But maybe because they also know their weaknesses, they have been more consultative. Because at the time of Kadaga, she was looking at us as children. Kadaga is a mother. Yes, these are colleagues. We are at the same status. So this one is maybe because of their knowledge of their weaknesses have been more consultative than when you had Kadaga there. But they are more sycophantic, both of them. They think what Museveni says, their duty is to help it go through parliament without questioning. Both. They will consult, they will plead with you, but they will do the wrong thing. So in terms of the quality of MPs, in terms of quality of leadership, really, this is the worst in history. But one thing
omuzadde kankwanjulire Kikaya College School Bulenga lya kisulo n'abaveebweru ly'abawala n'abalenzi ligatta amadeeni gonna liviira ddala ku siniya esooka paka ku y'omukaaga lisomesa arts ne sciences. Omwana bamubangulira ddala tebakoma kusoma busomi kyokka, bamutendeka emirimu gy'omu mutwe omuli okwokya welding, okusiba amazzi, okusiba enviiri, okukosa okufumba oba kiyite catering and hotel management, okuzimba, okutunga oba kiyite fashion and designing, okukanika emmotoka, okukosa amasannyalaze, ku bitone by'abayizi b'ekansa omuli okuyimba, okusamba omupiira wamu n'okubaka, endya y'abaana nnungi, library ya mulembe. Ow'ekisulo osasula emitwalo 69. Okwo nno kwe kuli okulya, okusula, okusoma n'endabirira endala yonna. Lisangibwa Bulenga ku Mityana Road, kilomita 7 zokka okuva e Kampala. Kuba ku 0772 442 799.